Greetings one and all. I just thought today I'd show off some of the 15mm Sci-fi stuff I've been working on lately, all of which comes from Irregular Miniatures. Up first is my little Space Pirate force. There aren't that many codes of Space Pirate, but one of the things you learn when you buy from Irregular Minis, as often as I do, is that certain codes, there's not only one figure for that code, there's actually multiple different looks. So for example, there's this guy, standard looking Space Pirate. I actually really like how piratey these guys look. And he's the same code as this guy. So you sort of get a random one each time, which is quite a nice little fun surprise each time you buy from a regular. There's also this code with a slightly bigger rifle, who is the same as this guy. As you can see, so sort of different helmet, mask, sometimes slightly different kit. Leading my squads of Space Pirates, I throw in a guy with the sword and pistol combination, classic officer combo, and as you probably guessed, it's the same code as this guy. For heavy weapons, the Space Pirates get missile launchers. There's one of those. And for command, we have a standard bearer there, with his little sci-fi pistol there, and the pirate captain, which I really love because not only does he have a metal beard on his power armor, he's also got a peg leg and a parrot for good measure. So that's my Space Pirate force. I'm very pleased with the little star I managed to paint on his hat, which was I sort of did a letter A and then put 2 dots either side of it, and it just seemed to come out really well. And of course that matches the flag and then matches the star gem that I stuck on the front of the tank, which is their armoured assault vehicle. I've added some additional details with the little plastic gems I've been using lately, so that bit on the side there, the 2 sort of hatches on top, these orbs on top of the turret, that bit there, and a couple of bits on the back. But that's their armoured assault vehicle. It's a pretty quirky looking vehicle. I actually really like it. It took a little bit of filing and that to get it into a good spot, but I don't know what it is about Irregular Minis. I just sort of love the quirkiness of them. But yeah, that's my Space Pirate army, small force, but as you can see they're all wearing power armor, so they're going to be tough guys to deal with. So up next I'll show you my much less armored force, the Space Scum. The Space Scum are mostly rearmed fantasy figures. Irregular really went down the sort of Warhammer 40k route there. So up first, Space Vixens, which is a fantasy warrior woman, basically with an assault rifle. They all in very similar poses. Just a gun slightly lower or slightly raised, and basically with a selection of different masks that they wear. The dwarves above this guy with horns and his gun down. And then this guy with his gun pointing up and a big ponytail. They're the fantasy dark dwarves armed up. But the good thing about that is that then if you get yourself some fantasy dark dwarves, which I've had quite a few, I've even got a spare one here on my desk, you could put them in as another unit and have them sort of be like Terminators and then Assault Terminators in 40k. We have the Erratoids that have this sort of missile launcher looking weapon, which again is just a fantasy rat man. I think there's essentially two poses of them. There's one with the hat on, sort of cowl thing, and then the ones that don't have that. I've got some goat men as well, with the assault rifle. I'm not 100% sure what scale the weapons are. You can sort of tell that some of them are cut down. I think 28mm or 25mm scale guns put on 15mm fantasy figures. And the special weapon for the goatman is the chain gun. I haven't got a goatman officer yet, so if I expand the goatmen in the force, that'll be one way to go. Sort of the backbone of the space scum are these post-apocalyptic looking guys. There's two varieties of them, sort of sword and big pistol attached to a power pack, or two machine pistols, and they're quite fun little figures. Everybody has a mohawk, so you can get very cyberpunk with it. There's a lot of different poses of these guys in particular. I'm not quite sure how many there are of each, but as you can see in this little squad I've made of punks, not a single pose is repeated, which is really cool. And their heavy support is a battle robot. I've had many of these over the years, very sort of quirky, made out of scrap, and they're just good fun. So that's my burgeoning space scum army, and now I'm gonna try out, and so you'll probably see that in a little while. I'll be trying out the sort of Irregular Minis skirmish rules, inspired rules, with their posh packs they sell. You get a free set of rules with them for skirmishing, and it's mostly aimed at like horse and musket. You can imagine like American Civil War, or like Plains Wars sort of stuff. But I've sort of taken it as a core and then tried to adapt it for sci-fi. So I'll have a little play with that in a bit and keep you updated on how that goes. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.